Guys, Erin here with my little buddy Jameson, and today I wanted to show you guys something that I've had a lot of questions about that is in our backyard. So some of you might find this incredibly strange. Some of you might find it really cool. I kind of fall somewhere in the middle. But should we show him, Jameson?
Yeah.
I will say this is 100% my husband's thing. Like, this is his hobby. This is his baby. So I can't take any credit for this. I can't even claim to know a lot about it. But, okay, should we go?
Yeah.
Okay, so go into the yard. This is kind of, I'm a little nervous about sharing this because it's one of those really kind of strange things. But here, let me flip the camera around. Well, here, I'll tell you what it is before I show you, because if I show you, you're going to be like, what the heck is that? So my husband watches a lot of Doomsday Preppers. And if you've ever seen that show, you know that sometimes they have some crazy things. And so anyways, he decided that he was going to make an aquaponic garden. So if you don't know what that is, it is kind of a sustainable, like, little ecosystem, and we have fish that help feed our garden. So anyways, I'm going to show you. You're probably going to be a little bit scared because it looks a little bit crazy, but anyways, here we go.
Crazy.
Alright, that's where our little fishies live. And then here's the rest of it. I know, it's really kind of strange.
For the tomatoes it is.
But there it is in all its glory. So, Jameson, do you want to feed? Maybe we can see the fish. So, here, I'll turn it back around for a second. So, my husband, normally when people do this, they get tilapia. And when we first started this, we couldn't get any.
I got tilapia.
You got it? My son is falling off of things. Be careful, Jameson. So he wanted tilapia for it, but we couldn't get them in Arizona because they're not native here. So we started with like the 10-cent goldfish that you get from the pet store, and he bought like hundreds of them. And you know, they start out and they're like about this big, like they're teeny tiny. Oh no, these things, he told me that they had grown, and I didn't believe him, but it looks like we have a tank of koi fish. Like, these things are enormous. Yeah. Do you want to maybe put like a tiny bit of food in it? Yeah. And I can see if I can, I'll see if I can show you. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but
I think I have to put some water in it.
Don't use that much. They already ate today, so just use like a tiny bit. My kids are screaming to feed the fish. Okay, so things are getting really weird. But you guys asked, and here it is in all its glory. Hold on, let me see if I can get. Okay, hold on, Stella. I'm gonna like climb up here and see if I can. Okay, so this thing is like super tall, and I'm really short if you've never met me. Okay, look at these things. Those started as 10-cent goldfish, and they are gigantic. Pretty insane. Like, if you can't tell, those things are like as big as my hand. You want to feed the fish? Okay, we'll feed them some more in a second. Okay, give you a little tour of the garden. So, if you have no idea what this is, basically how it works, and I'm not going to pretend to know everything because I don't. This is totally my husband's thing. This is his weird. It's kind of cool. But anyways, okay, so the fish are in that first tank. And their water and their waste goes through here. I know, things are getting weird. So if you can see in here, there's actually no soil in this. Like, these are lava rock. And then there's water from the fish tank that flows in here. So you just plant the roots with no soil directly into these beds. So right now we have onions here. We have some green beans. Here's some little, where are they? There you go. Jalapenos. Gee, those look pretty good.
Yeah.
Those just started growing. And then there's some green peppers here. And look at this monstrous tomato plant. This thing, I don't even know if you can see it. Like, I can't even get it off. So this started out as like 2 teeny tiny little tomato plants that you get at Lowe's. Like, I mean, 4 leaves on them. And
Yeah.
it has taken over an entire bed.
Yeah.
It looks like, I mean, there are like hundreds and hundreds of tomatoes on this thing. We need to pick some of them over here before we leave.
Yeah.
So this thing is like massive. It has eaten the tomato cage. Like, it's just craziness. All the way up to the ceiling.
Whoa.
I'll show you over here too. Sorry, things are weird.
Whoa. I got to
Okay,
go.
so then here we have some strawberries. These aren't really doing that good. There's no strawberries on them right now. But look at these basil plants. Like, they are gigantic.
Yeah,
Like, I've never been able to keep basil alive, and this one I keep trimming back, and it's like the size of a bush. So we had some lettuce in here, but
we don't really know.
it's so hot in Arizona that we had a really hard time keeping them alive because they just burnt up in the sun. So we went to the aquaponic place and asked them about it. Hold on, Stella. I'll help you feed them in a second. But so this is like, this one actually didn't do very good. But it's like this crazy vine that's, it's like a type, I think it's called, this one was Malabar spinach.
Oh, I know.
And it's like this huge, huge leaves.
Hey,
And
I
it grows
know
into
what-
a vine. It's
Hey.
really strange. What?
I know what it did. Hey, don't get
Okay.
me in the video. I'll try.
Okay.
We have to cut it in.
Yeah, you
Has
gotta
to-
cut it.
In 2 days.
Yes.
Has 2 days.
Yep. Okay,
What?
so over here, this started as one, it was like the size of just one of these. But this is Egyptian spinach, and it has grown into like this monster plant. It's actually pretty good. Stella likes to come out here and eat those.
Hey,
Cause them treats. What? This is my little gardener. Okay, one more thing. I think there's just one more. Oh, then there's my mint. Also completely out of control. Like,
that's
look
mint.
at that thing.
That's a mint.
Like, look at that basil. That's incredible.
Hey, you did show her the mint.
I did show them the mint. So yes, here's our weird in all its glory. My husband, this is all him. There's Stella wanting to feed the fish. It's her favorite. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so the water from the fish tank flows through all of these beds, and then it goes, I know, it's crazy. So then these drain, and they go down here. So that's all the water, and the plants filter all the bad stuff out of the water, and then that gets pumped back up to the fish. So it's like this whole, self-sustaining ecosystem. So like the fish fertilize the plants, and then the plants clean the water, and then that gets pumped back up through for the fish to live in. So kind of weird, but I guess my husband could have much worse hobbies. So we are gonna go pick all these tomatoes that need to go and try to figure out something for dinner tonight. And it looks like we have some storms rolling in, which is kind of strange for Tucson. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna help Stella feed the fish. Hope everyone's having a good night. Bye.